When looking at how gun laws across the United States have changed over the past few years, there's a lot to be hopeful for. This is the best birthday present America could have ever asked for. More freedom and less tyranny. Hi, I'm Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. Speaking of victories for gun rights, just this year, Nebraska became the 27th state to pass a constitutional carry bill into law, following in the footsteps of Florida, which passed similar legislation just a few days prior. The residents of Florida and Nebraska now join 25 other states where American citizens can freely carry firearms concealed without the need of a permit, just as our founding fathers intended when they wrote the Second Amendment into the Constitution. Those two states won't be the last to pass permitless carry bills either. There are several different bills at different stages of the legislative process in multiple states nationwide. But let's not forget, just a mere 15 years ago, the Second Amendment was not considered an individual right. If we look back into the past, into the 1980s, there were no constitutional carry states. In fact, very few states even allowed carry with a permit. This is because prior to 2008's landmark District of Columbia versus Heller decision, the Second Amendment was thought of as a collective right, which referred to a militia. This interpretation allowed for all sorts of constitutional infringement, which is exactly why Dick Heller sued Washington, D.C. over its citywide ban on handguns. Now, we recently celebrated the 15th anniversary of the Heller decision on June 26th, and have Heller to thank for laying the foundation for gun rights to this day.
I was just an ordinary 30-year-old citizen who had bought a new gun and was unaccepting of the District of Columbia's new gun controls that said I had to register my firearm, or turn it in, or throw it in the trash, or go to jail. There had to be a Second Amendment option somewhere.
Of course, no discussion of present-day gun rights would be complete without the New York State Rifle Pistol Association versus Bruin, the landmark case currently providing the legal tools for overturning the most egregious gun control nationwide. For example, in November 2022, Oregon passed ballot measure 114 by an extremely thin margin, with most of the yes votes coming from Portland, and the rest of the state voting no. This ballot measure changed gun law in Oregon to require a permit to purchase a firearm and banned large capacity magazines. But thanks to the Bruin decision, a legal challenge from Gun Owners of America has halted the law from going into effect. So on this 4th of July, we as Americans should keep in mind the mentality of the founding fathers who included the Second Amendment into the Constitution. They just fought a war for independence against a tyrannical government. From 1768 to 1775, the British began a policy to disarm American citizens. In 1777, William Knox, the Undersecretary of State in the British Colonial Office, advocated for the disarmament of America, writing, "The arms of the people should be taken away, and every piece of ordnance removed into the king's stores. Nor should any foundry or manufactory of arms, gunpowder, or warlike stores be ever suffered in America. Nor should any gunpowder, lead, arms, or ordnance be imported into it without license. They will have but little need of such things for the future, as the king's troops, ships, and forts will be sufficient to protect them from any danger." Gee, William Knox sounds a lot like the anti-gun politicians of today, doesn't he? The Second Amendment guarantees all of our constitutional rights, and it ensures the protection of life and liberty. This is what the founding fathers wanted when they declared independence from the British 247 years ago. We at Gun Owners of America are proud to see the culture shifting, and we will continue to work on repealing all infringements on the Second Amendment. Happy birthday, America. Thanks for watching, and I want you to like and subscribe.